An actor known for his buff physique and wild action stunts on the hit Amazon Prime show Reacher allegedly faced off against one of his neighbors in a real-life physical confrontation. But there is a lot more to this story than maybe just that one viral video you may have seen.
He gets back up off his bike and then, beats the out of me.
A situation like this, which I'm sure looks bad for me, but is self-defense.
Including what seemingly happened from Alan Ritchson's point of view.
I've called them already because you've been driving around the neighborhood like a lunatic.
Yeah, you may have seen bits and pieces of this story. We have so much more. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Look, I gotta say something. As I cover these stories, I'm always thinking about the danger out there for all of you. What about this? What about a stranger finding and using anything about your private life? Your name, your phone number, your address. It's all out there. It's all online, which is why I want people who follow us here on Sidebar to keep your data safe online. How do you do it? Our sponsor, Incogni, they track down all those old posts and search sites that's exposing your information, and then they demand its removal. Look, I was shocked. Turns out databases had my information, and within days, Incogni was taking them down. And the setup is simple. You just create an account. Incogni is going to do the rest. Plus, their new Unlimited Plans custom removals feature lets you submit specific links that their privacy experts will personally investigate and remove. So if you care about staying safe, and I hope that you do, take your privacy back with Incogni. Go to incogni.com/sidebar. Use code SIDEBAR for 60% off an annual plan. Alan Ritchson might be one of the most formidable looking actors in Hollywood right now. I feel very comfortable saying that. Have you seen this guy? 43 years old, best known as the star of the show Reacher, stands 6 foot 3 inches tall, more than 200 pounds. Most of it is pure muscle. So I have to say, it was pretty shocking to see this video of him apparently attacking one of his neighbors in Brentwood, Tennessee, this affluent area outside of Nashville. That was the initial accusation. That was the initial belief. But then there was a lot more to the story, okay? A lot more video that helped tell this story. Because now we have newly released body cam footage and video from Ritchson's own camera strapped to his chest that apparently shows what may have happened before and after this viral confrontation. So now you're gonna have a 360-degree picture of what went down. And we're going to talk about where all this footage came from, but just here's a sample.
He's obviously a liar. He said I hit him on the bike, called me he was instigating, whatever. He was obviously the aggressor here, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's start with the witness video from March 22nd. You know what it is. It quickly swept the internet. Everybody was talking about it, went viral. Now, because of YouTube guidelines, I have to be clear, we can't show you the first few seconds of the witness video where Ritchson apparently hits a man identified as Ronnie Taylor multiple times as he's on the ground. That was, again, the allegation, the accusation. But the camera then zooms in on Ritchson as he appears to walk away, picks up his green motorcycle, pushing it onto the grass, falls over. Now, although there's no audio, Taylor can be seen yelling and waving his arms before he walks up to the driveway of a large home, and Ritchson drives off. This is followed by 2 of his 3 children who are on their own bikes. Taylor did an interview with TMZ after his video of the confrontation came out. It went viral, showing what appeared to be some swelling and red scrapes on his face. But Ritchson himself hinted that there was more to the story. He posted a quote attributed to Napoleon on his Instagram saying, "Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake." So, what did we do? We requested more video from Brentwood police, right, to see what else happened here. What was the other angles, okay? And that is what we have. That is what I want to break down for you right now. We also have an incident report from Brentwood PD too that explains what multiple officers encountered when they got to this neighborhood. So you're learning a little bit more about the different stages of this investigation. And we learned during the course of our research that Ritchson and Taylor, their homes are less than a mile away from each other in the same neighborhood. And it appears that Ritchson was out for a weekend ride with his kids. Now, one of the officers spoke with a witness who said he was driving when he, quote, saw a male in a blue shirt, later identified as Ronnie Taylor, approach the male on a bike, later identified as Alan Ritchson, in the middle of the street, and they were yelling at each other. The witness then stated they both started pounding on each other and stopped. Then the male on the bike drove away. The incident report continues. I was also able to review video footage from the neighbor's camera, who Sergeant Thigpen also spoke with. This video showed Mr. Taylor approaching the middle of the street, Mr. Ritchson falling off his motorcycle, then getting up and pushing Mr. Taylor back towards his residence. Then, as Mr. Taylor falls backwards, Mr. Ritchson is seen steadily walking up towards Mr. Taylor, but the video is unable to show what occurs afterwards. This is important because in any self-defense analysis, you have to ask, who's the initial aggressor, right? Who started the physical altercation? Who presented the first threat? An argument could be that when you look at the video, at least characterized by law enforcement, it appears to show Taylor as the one who started. He allegedly goes in the middle of the street to stop Ritchson, who's driving a motorcycle, an incredibly dangerous act, right? Or alleged act. Here's Tennessee law on this, by the way. It says, quote, a person who is not engaged in conduct that would constitute a felony or Class A misdemeanor, and by the way, I'm sure if this ever went to trial, Taylor would make the argument that, you know, look, Ritchson was speeding up and down, right? And maybe he was violating the law, but I think that could be a stretch. Anyway, a person who's not engaged in conduct that would constitute a felony or Class A misdemeanor and is in a place where the person has a right to be, I mean, again, the argument would be Ritchson and his children are just driving as they can on a public street. They're allowed to do that. So this person, where they have a legal right to be, they're not breaking the law, they have no duty to retreat before threatening or using force against another person when and to the degree the person reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary to protect against the other's use or attempted use of unlawful force. There's a second provision to this section. No duty to retreat before threatening or using force intended or likely to cause death or serious bodily injury if the person has a reasonable belief that there is an imminent danger of death, serious bodily injury, or grave sexual abuse. That last part doesn't apply. The danger is real or honestly believed to be real at the time, and the belief of danger is founded upon reasonable grounds. Now, what is reasonable in these circumstances, right? The argument would be Ritchson is driving with his kids, stranger, or this guy gets in the middle of the street, stops the motorcycle. It's very dangerous. Is he presenting himself as a danger to Ritchson and his children? And there's an allegation that Taylor pushed Ritchson, that he started this. Okay, so you have all that in mind, we go forward. I want to go back to the video. So here's what Taylor told some of the first officers on scene, and based on his comments, it seems he didn't even know who he was apparently squaring off with.
In a green Kawasaki, like jazzing the revs, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like there's kids rolling around all day. We don't need you doing 40, 50 miles an hour. And he flips through the birds. I'm like, yeah, whatever. There we go. So anyway, I rolled my bike out this afternoon to clean it up. And he comes through the neighborhood, full revs with two kids on, I think, e-bikes. He goes up the hill, comes back down. I walk out and stop and say, hey, guy, dude, you got to stop. You got to stop, like, in these neighborhoods. So he hit his brakes hard because I was like trying to stop him. I was like, he falls off his bike, he gets up and he starts wailing. You can see this. He starts wailing on me.
You need some medical attention?
No, I'm fine. No, that's all right. So then I like, he gets back on his bike and I'm like, he starts getting like fresh and like, I push him back. He gets back up off his bike and then like beats the out of me.
Oh my gosh. I saw everything from my window.
I didn't push back. But he's like, on. And I was like, could you just stop riding around here like a...
Right.
There's kids here, man.
Okay.
So you can see.
Yeah, I see. That's what.
And I'm on the floor wailing on me.
I was scared. Like,
I'm out here with the victim. And
all I was doing was trying to clean my bike.
do you know who it is?
I don't know. But
Did
you saw him the other day,
or
right?
anything?
Sorry?
Did you get a tag on the green?
No. It was a green Kawasaki with a big muscly dude.
Yeah, he was like huge
dude. And I pushed him back, and then he fell because he fell over.
What was he wearing?
I reckon just regular.
I have it on video.
You do?
Yeah, you can see.
Okay.
You can see. I just brought my bike out.
Sorry, do you want me to wake up Matty? Can give you some? Runny.
I know he said he didn't want any, but he's got a pretty large abrasion on his head, and it's swollen pretty bad. So let's
I was down on the ground.
May I see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
No, good.
Is the address you're in?
Temple, that's where the orange dirt bike is at.
No issues. Well, I just I'm so fed up with people riding through our neighborhood at these crazy speeds.
Is that how it's? Because I think I just heard you guys.
Well, I heard him revving and because I ride motorcycles all the time, so I kind of I know, and I'm very respectful. I'm sorry, officer.
No, you're good. So I am just given the size of that knot on your head, I am going to have fire and EMS just come out. You can refuse. I'd rather them
It's
check you
really
out.
big, Roddy.
Yeah, I'd rather you be checked out.
Because he laid a couple of. I didn't try to hit him back. I did push him. I was like, enough is enough, because he hit me once. I was like, and then he when I went to the ground, he rolled onto me and laid in front of these two kids, which I find disturbing, to be honest. And I can tell you, officer, I did push him once.
Well, I mean, it looked like it was after he had already struck you.
Yeah, I did push him away and then when I pushed him away, his bike fell over, I think. I'm not sure if you have it on camera or not, but there'll be cameras there. And then when he did that, he just wailed on me, and when I went to the ground, he just beat out of me, which is why I went into it. I wasn't going to fight him. He's a big dude. I wasn't interested in that. He's like, have you had a drink? Have you drink? I said, yeah, I had a drink while I'm watching the soccer today in my house.
Right.
And I bring my bike out, and you can see I was bringing my bike out to clean it. He comes around the corner with, it's just it's unnecessary. And you go enjoy yourself with your bike, but don't ride around at unnecessary speeds, especially with two kids with you and two kids with him. So in front of the two kids, he literally kicked the out of me, and I wasn't going to fight back.
Right.
But he did his work on me, and I absolutely want to press charges for sure.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't normally, but the fact that he went once and twice, I just don't think it's I don't think it's unnecessary. How are you?
Yeah, how you doing?
Better days.
Okay, almost catching up. Where you hurt?
Nothing. I haven't seen him yet, so I know he's up there. But so neighbor across here, she was in the window right there. She filmed it. I just got the email sent to me now from her, so I've got video footage of it. And then neighbor here also came out, and they've got a Ring camera. And then also a camera up on the side of the house there that may have caught it, and hopefully we can at least get something. So
Is it the dad?
Oh yeah, he's a big dude.
So then a sergeant arrives on scene and figures out it was likely Alan Ritchson involved in this altercation. And the sergeant is able to get him on the phone first. Take a listen.
Hello?
Hey, is this Alan?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Alan, this is Sergeant Townsend with the Brentwood Police Department. Hey, so I'm down the street from your house. I understand there was an altercation that occurred on the other side of the neighborhood. I'd like for you to come out and talk to me.
Yes, there was.
Okay, can you come out and talk to me about that?
Yeah, I'm the only caretaker right now with my kids. I got 3 kids inside, so if you guys are close enough, I can come out.
Okay, yeah. I'll just meet you on your front porch.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, Alan.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just trying to contact my attorney.
Oh, you're good.
I think you remember Officer Smith from yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a weird 2 days.
It's been different.
So all we want to do is talk about what happened over there.
Okay, obviously my life is a very high stakes one.
Sure.
Very public, so I think I need my attorney to just be privy to this.
Ritchson seems to try to get his lawyer on the phone, but it's a Sunday and he doesn't answer. And a quick note here, the sergeant makes reference to his fellow officer possibly being recognizable from yesterday, and Alan Ritchson says he remembers her, but there's no further information about what it might be talking about. Could be anything, just wanted to highlight that. Now at first, Ritchson seems kind of hesitant to answer any questions. In fact, this is according to the incident report too, they make note of that. But when the sergeant brings up the witness video, Ritchson says he also caught the whole thing on his cell phone, which had been strapped to his chest.
Yeah.
There's video of the incident, right? It doesn't show whatever started it, but it does show you beating him up pretty good.
Did he cut out the rest?
This was from a neighbor. I'm just letting you know there is.
Did he cut out the part where he shoved me off the bike?
So this isn't from him. This is from a third party witness.
Was it cut though? Was it edited?
No.
So you would have seen him shove me off my bike after I tried to leave peacefully.
No, so I'm not accusing you of anything.
I know, but like,
I'm just
what
saying.
have you seen though? Because if you didn't see that part, the rest doesn't make sense.
So all I see is you beating up on him in the grass, right?
You missed the rest.
Which is why I'm here, because it doesn't look good for you, and I want to figure out what happened
I'll show you
before.
the tape, dude. Let's just watch it together. You also need to do a toxicology report. He smells like alcohol.
Okay.
This is it.
Yeah, is that your blood? Do you need medical attention or anything like that? It's on your elbow.
Yeah, I felt pretty hard. You can sit right here.
So let's take a look at what he apparently showed the police.
Kidding me, dude? Exactly what you doing? Are you kidding me, bro? For what? For what? For what? Stand in front of a bike again, dude. For doing what? You threatened my safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should knock you the fuck out right now. Go ahead, knock me out. Go ahead. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this neighborhood like a lunatic. Ruining. There's kids riding around here. Go ahead. It's all on camera. Go ahead.
Are you drunk right now, bro?
Go ahead.
Are you drinking?
Go ahead. Call the police.
Out of your mind, dude.
Call the police.
You lucky I don't knock you out, bro.
Go ahead. Knock me out. Go ahead. I called the police.
Unbelievable, dude.
I called the police. It's on camera. You're riding around here like a lunatic.
I should have run you over, dude.
You did. You did. I'm in my house, taking my bike. You're driving around like a lunatic. Call the police. I'm going to leave now because you're. Go ahead, leave. Drive around the neighborhood because you're driving around like a lunatic. And you what? I'm going to put an assault charge on you. I'm going to put an assault charge on you. Assault charge on you. These kids, you're an asshole. Okay, go ahead. Knock me over. No, dude, no. You. Go ahead.
Out of your goddamn mind.
What?
Stay down.
Okay, I'll stay down.
Are you stupid?
That's assault. That's assault. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
I'm calling police. It's on camera. That's assault. Camera. You're assaulting me is all on camera. All on.
So there is going to be a report taken for this, obviously. I mean, you're welcome to call your attorney. I'll give you the incident number so you have that. 250.
250.
Can you pull a case number if there hasn't been one pulled already?
I would like a toxicology report pulled on that, dude. That's a part of this.
So it's not.
828.
Him being drunk wouldn't have anything to do with this.
10-4. We don't do toxicology reports for public intox, right? He's getting medically evaluated right now because he does have injuries. All this is going to be documented. The misdemeanor, whether a misdemeanor occurred, is if it occurred outside of my presence, both parties are separated. So we're just going to document this, take a report, let the investigation play out. 250. I think that's what.
So in a situation like this where
10-4.
a situation like this, which I'm sure looks bad for me, but is self-defense, and he's going to claim whatever. He's obviously a liar. He said I hit him on the bike, called me was instigating whatever. He was obviously the aggressor here, in my opinion. what do I just sit and wait for, or do I file something with my attorney, or what happened? Like, what do I do to protect myself here?
So, I mean,
he's obviously the aggressor.
You've got the video stuff right there. So just submit that to us. We'll put that in the evidence log along with all the other witness information and
somebody watches
videos.
everything that they have, and they put it.
Yeah, it goes to our detectives. Yeah, so they'll see all that. Yep, and they make the determinations on their end.
Copy.
So that's our job. We come out here, we take the report, and again, there doesn't need to be an arrest made right now if there is one that's going to be made because you guys are all separated. So I've got to collect all the evidence from everybody, get all the witness statements and stuff like that with my officers, and that's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
That's why I wanted to come and talk to you, because you've got a side of the story, right?
I sure do. Like, even though he started the phone call to the police, I feel like he was the aggressor, no self-defense. Obviously, he put his hands on me and pushed me off my bike. I needed to make sure myself and my kids were safe. I think he should have to be fearing arrest right now. So, but how do I make that a part of this, or will they determine based off this that actually he should be arrested?
So we'll go based off of all the evidence that we have. That's going to be taken into account. Obviously, the other video, which is consistent with what that shows, and then the witness statements from people that saw. And that's what we take into account, right? And then his injuries, obviously. And there is some blood on your elbow. Do you have any cuts or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I wiped out pretty hard. At gym, my thumb's super bad.
Okay. All right. Do you mind if I go grab my camera and take a picture of that? Okay, perfect.
Okay, so now you have that video. But also, the sergeant documents Ritchson's apparent injuries. Quote, an abrasion on his right elbow that had bled through his shirt. And the actor claimed he had 2 jammed thumbs, said he didn't need medical attention though. He also says there's some damage to his bike, but he seemingly didn't want to have it documented at that point.
The only person endangering anybody here was this dude. The only aggressor was this dude. It only got unsafe in the environment of the neighborhood when he started being the aggressor and jumping in front of bikes and pushing people off bikes. I feel unsafe with him in the neighborhood right now. I feel unsafe with my kids going out in the neighborhood. Why doesn't he get arrested? Right now?
Did you call me?
Well, like I said, the same thing for you is the same thing for him. This is a misdemeanor that occurred outside of our presence. You guys are separated, so we're doing all the investigation, getting everything, and then it's going to be reviewed. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. All right, I'm going to go upload these if you guys will just hang out with him.
What happens? The incident was indeed reviewed by an investigative team, and according to the incident report, a lieutenant had followed up with Alan Ritchson and Ronnie Taylor 2 days later. Quote, on March 24th, 2026, Lieutenant Breedlove interviewed Ritchson and photographed minor damage to his motorcycle. Ritchson's recollection of the March 22nd incident was consistent with his original written statement and his personal body-worn camera video. Ritchson maintained that he acted in self-defense, stated he did not want to prosecute Taylor for causing the motorcycle crash, his own injuries due to the crash, or any damage to his motorcycle. On March 24th, 2026, Lieutenant Breedlove consulted with Deputy District Attorney Sean Duddy and Assistant District Attorney Lindsey Moreland. Both agreed that Ritchson acted in self-defense and that Taylor could be held criminally liable for causing Ritchson's crash. After speaking with the District Attorney's office, Lieutenant Breedlove spoke with Ritchson again. Ritchson reiterated that he did not want to pursue or participate as a victim or witness in any criminal procedures. Lieutenant Breedlove told Ritchson the investigation would be closed without prosecution. On March 24th, 2026, Lieutenant Breedlove spoke with Taylor about the incident. Taylor expressed regret and admitted he made mistakes on March 22nd. He stated he wanted the media coverage to end so he could return to his private life. Lieutenant Breedlove told Taylor the investigation would be closed without prosecution based on the reports, written statements, witness videos, crime scene injury photos, and the totality of the circumstances. This investigation is closed by exception due to Ritchson declining to participate in prosecution. Okay, this is not surprising, okay? Big actor, wants to seemingly put this behind him. The video coming out, seemingly showing his side of the story. What more does he need to do here, right? From a PR point of view, he may feel that the videos that are coming out support his claim. He doesn't need to take this to the court of law. He doesn't need this to be prosecuted. And as you can see, there are multiple elements supporting this claim of self-defense, his claim of self-defense, and not being the initial aggressor, as Taylor was accused of jumping in front of him, and Taylor seemingly admitting that he made mistakes. And Alan Ritchson probably did not want this to go to trial and amplify this and have this publicized and be cross-examined about his actions. And if you don't have a cooperative key witness, a cooperative alleged victim here, that's going to be tough for prosecutors. They don't really want to go forward. So you can chalk this up to a highly unfortunate incident. Thank goodness everyone appears to be somewhat okay. Moving on from this, I don't believe, based on what we just heard from law enforcement and the current status of this, that, you know, Ronnie Taylor's going to file some sort of lawsuit against Alan Ritchson. Seems unlikely. And I'll just say, look, as a personal note, it's just sad that this happened. It was sad this happened in front of kids. But authorities say Ritchson was in the right. And I will tell you, from a point of law, doesn't this show the importance of having all the videotape in any investigation to get to the bottom of what seemingly happened, particularly in a self-defense case where time matters, where details matter? Because if there was no video and it was just Taylor's word against Alan Ritchson, could get tricky, could be a different kind of case. Now, in the days after all this, in the days after this altercation, Alan Ritchson posted an Instagram reel to celebrate wrapping up production of Reacher's latest season, saying, "Happy to be back in the booth after such a crazy week. That's a wrap from me on post-production, Reacher Season 4. This is, without a doubt, the most gripping season yet. I think we hit our stride, firing on all cylinders, as it were." There you have it, everybody. And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. You can also check us out on NBC's Peacock as well. If you want to follow me, X, Instagram, my News Nation show, Jesse Weber Live, Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you next time, everybody.